Most guides on this topic do one of two things. They either dumb everything down until you learn nothing, or throw 10 confusing terms at you in the first minute and you give up before you even start. This one's different. By the end, you'll understand fragrance well enough that you never need another guide again, without the jargon or the wasted money on a bad bottle. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about what's actually inside the bottle, because nothing else makes sense until you know this. Perfume is basically two things mixed together. Fragrance oil, which is the actual scent, and alcohol, which carries that oil onto your skin and lets it spread. Think of it like juice concentrate. A tiny bit of concentrate can flavor a whole jug of water. Fragrance oil works the same way. A small amount mixed into alcohol is strong enough to fill a room. That's the entire secret behind every bottle on the shelf, expensive or cheap. Brands just play with the ratio, the quality of the oil, and what specific scents go into it. Once you get that basic ratio in your head, every confusing letter printed on every bottle stops being confusing. Speaking of letters, quick heads up. This next bit moves fast, so let's take it in 2 rounds instead of firing everything at once. Round 1. The terms about how much oil is in the bottle. EDT and EDP just mean how much oil is in that alcohol mix. Parfum, sometimes called extrait, has the most oil of all, which is why it also drains your wallet the fastest. That's the whole idea. More oil, more money, usually more staying power. Second round, the terms about how a fragrance behaves once it's on you. Projection is the bubble of scent sitting around you when you're standing still. Basically, your personal cloud. Sillage is the trail you leave behind as you actually move through a room. The reason someone 2 steps back still catches you. Longevity is just how long it lasts before fading out. And dry down is what a fragrance smells like once it settles, usually an hour or 2 in, after all the opening drama calms down. One more word worth knowing: notes, which are simply the individual scents you can pick out, like vanilla or citrus. Keep these in your back pocket. We'll use every one of them. Now, how does fragrance actually behave? Let's start with heat. Warm skin makes alcohol evaporate faster, pushing the scent into the air quicker and stronger. Ever worn a heavy, sweet fragrance in July and suddenly wondered why you smell like a dessert shop? That's exactly why. Cold weather does the opposite, keeping the scent closer to your skin instead of pushing it outward. So the rule is simple: lighter in heat, heavier in cold. Context matters just as much as temperature though. A fragrance built for date night is going to feel pretty out of place at your desk, even if the weather's exactly the same. This is also where EDT versus EDP actually matters. People assume EDP is just a stronger version of EDT, but that's not always true. They can be completely different fragrances, built around different notes. So those few extra bucks for the EDP might have just bought you a whole new personality in a bottle, not a stronger version of the one you liked. Speaking of notes, let's slow down for a second, because this part matters more than almost anything else in this video. Notes come in 3 stages. Think of it like a movie. Top notes are the opening scene, interesting for a moment, then gone within a few minutes. Middle notes carry the actual character, and base notes are what stick around for the long haul, sometimes even lingering on your clothes for days. Those middle and base notes are what you're really buying. Once you understand notes, picking a family gets a lot easier. Think of families like music genres. Once you know what you're into, you can guess if you'll like a song before it even plays. And fragrance works exactly the same way. Let's start with the lighter side. Fresh and citrus, clean and light, perfect for daytime or hot summer months. Woody, warm and grounded, solid pretty much all year round. Then there's the heavier side. Oriental and amber, rich and sweet, better saved for evenings. Fougere blends herbs with musk for something classic and sharp. And gourmand smells almost edible. Think vanilla, coffee, even chocolate. Knowing which side you lean toward means you can guess whether you'll like a bottle before you even twist the cap open. Alright, quiz time's over. Time to buy one without embarrassing yourself in a store. Most people spray something, smell it for 10 seconds, and decide right there in the aisle. That's backwards, since you're only smelling the top notes, the part that's already fading before you even leave. Test on your skin, never the paper strips, since your body chemistry changes how a scent performs completely from person to person. Then walk off, browse somewhere else, and check back in 20 minutes. What you smell then is the real fragrance, not the sales pitch some stranger behind the counter is hoping you'll fall for. Buying it right is only half the job though. Where and how you apply it matters just as much, and almost nobody actually gets taught this part. Spray your pulse points, wrists, and neck, since the warmth there helps release the scent gradually all day. 2 or 3 sprays is plenty. More isn't automatically better. And don't rub your wrists together afterwards, since that friction quietly breaks down the top notes and kills the scent early. If you've been doing that your whole life, don't stress. Most people have. 2 more things worth knowing. Moisturized skin holds fragrance longer than dry skin, so a quick unscented lotion beforehand really helps it stick around. And apply it right before you leave the house, not straight after your shower, so it's still strong when people see you. You know how to buy 1 bottle and wear it properly now, but owning just 1 bottle is like owning 1 pan and cooking every single meal in it. Let's fix that, starting with your first bottle. Not your favorite one, your most functional one. Something clean and versatile enough for work, dinner, or the weekend without anyone thinking twice. The favorite can wait. Once that foundation's solid, add a second bottle for evenings and occasions, something with more presence for when it actually matters. 2 fragrances with clear jobs can cover almost everything you'll need. Most people mess this up by buying 2 versions of basically the same thing. The third bottle is different. This one's personal. Your signature scent is the one that feels recognizably you, the one someone catches across a room and immediately associates with you. You can't rush finding it, but you can leave room for it instead of buying 5 bottles that all do the same thing. A shelf full of similar fragrances isn't really a collection. It's one scent wearing 5 different labels. 3 fragrances with different jobs will always beat 10 fighting for the same moment. Before we wrap up, there's one thing most guides skip entirely, probably because it's a little awkward to bring up, kind of like splitting the bill on a first date. Clones. And honestly, clones are good. Some are genuinely excellent, and pretending otherwise is mostly just snobbery talking. A clone takes a popular scent, uses similar raw materials, cuts out the luxury markup, and sells you the liquid for a fraction of the price. A $200 bottle might have only a small fraction of that price tied up in the actual fragrance liquid. The rest goes toward everything around it. Clones make sense when you're testing a new family before committing, saving your favorite for special days, or building a rotation on a real, honest budget. But when a fragrance truly means something to you, especially your signature, buy the real one. That last bit of depth is usually worth the extra cost. So, quick recap. Perfume is oil and alcohol. Learn the key terms. Understand how heat and notes change everything. Pick a family that fits you. Buy on skin, not paper. Apply it properly. Build a small rotation instead of a big pile. And don't be afraid of clones when the moment calls for it. If you remember just one thing, make it this. Always test on your skin, wait 20 minutes, then decide. That single habit will save you more money than everything else we discussed. And hey, if you're still here, you might as well hit subscribe. And that video right there is a great one to watch next.